All right. Sure, so I need to go. All right, cool. Here we go. Another video. But this is not just another video. This video today is about me, 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 all about me. You know what I'm saying? How Tupac was like, it's all about you. It's all about me. But I don't think I've ever really done like a video about me my times, But I think now is better than any other time to really kind of put me out there and go, and really do it. So I'm just gonna might jump around a little bit, might jump to this time, might forget something, might skip. Who even knows? Just flow with me. Um, so I guess just to start out when I was young, man, when I was a little shorty, um, I always kicked it with the older crowd. Like I still had my people that I kicked with in school, like my classmates and all that. But yeah, outside of school, I was kicking with the OGs, man. Like shout out to ARPA, Candyman, Mr. Shelley. Y'all would always sat there and taught me how to play dominoes, how to play pong, um, checkers, all those games. This was valuable, and like I remember too, like on the thumbnail there is a picture of my, me, younger me with a telescope. Now I can always remember being in Lincoln Court, which is now changed from the hometown, but I could always remember going outside and just looking. I would see like Mars. Sometimes I would see Saturn. I would look at its rings. I would see Jupiter and look at its red spot, and I was just like so fascinated with it. And also during that time, I was probably about 8 to 10, maybe even a little older, 11, 12. And those ranges and man, it was beautiful. Like I remember watching all the cartoons, but also watching the older shows because once again, kicking with the old school. So I'm like so grateful like now that like I actually before I even started this video to be thinking like retrospective, like I was able to get my age, my crowd, the older crowd, and even a step up too. So like such valuable times and information for me just to like, okay, that's what y'all learned, that's what y'all did, well, this is what I want to do. Hard headed as I am. So that's that. And man, just like always watching the stars, reading the solar system, like studying the planets, interested in the things with Harry Potter and just other movies and TV shows, like another one that I even just well, I think I watched it, skimmed through it, had it play in the background was Jackie Chan Adventures. That was my shit. Like Jackie Chan Adventures was my shit. And like now to be and once again another retrospect of the show, what was going on, what were the symbols behind and everything. And it's like I'm watching it now. It's like, yo, the whole time they talking about the zodiac or they talking about this constellation, that constellation. Like it's crazy and it's amazing. Like to watch it and like have my inner kid light up, be so excited, like, yo, you see this? Like, the whole time, like, yo, they was always saying something. I always just felt connected. If anybody's ever felt connected, like, to their favorite TV shows, no matter how crazy how people try to play it, like, oh, that's not real or whatever. Like, I was not real. Someone was able to create that, bring that into reality. That it's very real, even if it's a place, way, or whatever. But anyway, so that was kind of early childhood, man. Just growing up, kicking it, living life, man. There was this time with the homies and we was flying, we just doing us and we looked nowhere. It was probably about, man, I don't even know, like 3, 4 little fucking ankle biters. Talk about it. Mm. Me, I'm like rolling, rolling, rolling. I'm like, man, I don't forget, I'm just flying with y'all. Next thing that funny was I tried to turn, not even knowing, like, you know, and fucking hit a stunt, bro, and fucking flew the fuck off my handlebars and my front of handlebars of my bike. Crazy, fucking boom, hit the ground. And that's like what it was. Well, another part of epic moments out of all the epic moments through life. So, um, and just growing up, man, just, you know, felt like I was always in the world, but not of it, around people, but still kind of alone, like in a sense, but, uh, just push through it as always. Like one of my mottos is just to silently push through it, go through it. Like, you'll make it through it. Oh my God. Outside. But, so, where to go to next? How it all got started? Well, I mean, let's see, high school. I remember like so my first beat I remember ended up I made was in like 2009. I graduated in 2009. So I remember going over to my dude Larry house and he had his computer. And I'm like, yo, let me cook up something. Let me do something. Go and I sat there and play because I had like been practicing like on my home computer. Um, but really, when it first beat, that just like outside of my usual comfort zone of just cooking, like trying things. And I'm like, yo, just been practicing FL Studio. Like, I was during a time when you had Lex Luger, Pardo, Southside, Justice League, uh, Jaleel Beats. During that whole wave, it was like, man, like, oh, wait. Like, from then on, man, it was like, it was the same time. And like, when everybody's making like type beats, you know what I'm saying? Like at an artist and all that. And it was just great time and I was just experimenting like, yo, what let me try this out like that. Let me see if I can bring what I got in my mind into these computer keys and keyboards and all that and and that started like a way for me and I was always like a reader too. I remember I would always be reading like Plato, Socrates. I remember like and even back in school, I remember I was bugging my mom trying to figure out like my birth time and all that to get my sign and stuff. And I just knew I was a very good sign. That's how I rocked with it. I was always posting um, horoscopes. Yeah, posting horoscopes way back. So it went from me being young, reading about the solar system, uh, getting a telescope, looking into the stars, and then even to later on posting about horoscopes, 2009, 2000. To BKU as I graduated. Shout out to that. Alumni, you already know, Hilltop, baby, Bowling Green, yeah. But, now it's that phase to go there for a year and a half on college experience. So, it was great. I never take it back. The opportunity to be away from home, be away from the family, and just out doing the experiment, real deal life. That was another thing. For me, I started working, I was 15. I almost said 14, like 14, 15, 20, so it might be 15. So I'm 34 now. So I got like 19 years in the workforce and started with Chick-fil-A. Uh, Shout out to my grandmother. RP Nana, I know you're on the other side telling everybody about your oldest grandson about always been such a hard work games, everything. Still feel my ears ring on the other side of you just letting everybody know what you did on this mission appreciate you. So, uh, oh, man, so working. So yeah, started at Chick-fil-A, and then I went to a different couple different jobs, man, just over the years, doing retail, doing management. There's a time when probably back on 2020, well, 2018, 2019, something roughly around there. Did the carpet union for 2 years. Really worked at Logan's for a long starting back of the house and get all the way to the front. That's usually kind of been a thing for me. Start at the bottom, make it to the top. If I start mid, I'm gonna end up being at the top. So I'm just managing, going the house, wash dishes, make it all the way to cook, front of the house, start serving, never look back, front of the house, baby. So, and that we went into serving, doing a lot of customer work with people all the time, learn how to build reports, sales, all that. And man, I just love it. Like I still love it. I still do it to this day until I stay consistent and I really build this. Um, build whatever you want to call it, business, entrepreneurship. I don't even know. I'm like calling it that because it's boxing it because I feel it's bigger than that. But to speak in regular terms, yeah, business to where I'm working with the people and doing all the things that I love to do. But for now, like I said, I lay low, work, still talk, spread love, and all that. But back to this. Working, yes, that's 19 years of this training, retail, carpentry, um, which I love at carpentry because it was so awesome. Actually, take nothing, take the blueprint, and build it, brick, wood by wood or brick or whatever we did, and that was awesome. But I worked though, and when you think about I do like bring up religion or whatever, going for religion, talk about Jesus with a carpet. I'm like, yo, I'm able to cut the wood, measure, use all these things, which comes back to, damn, it's a good thing. But learning about, history or brotherhood and all that back in 2015, which was really, I guess I can say it was like the second awakening of probably like 2011, 2012 was like the first thing when we really got into studying deeper into all the philosophers, poets, past leaders and all that. And I remember I started reading The Flower of Life, Seed of Life, into sacred geometry. And and there's a time like I remember being in school, like hearing about like psychedelics. And no, yeah, but nah. Then I remember I ended up trying for the first time with a group of homies. Shout out to Callan, and Cliff and all them. And we ended up, trying that for the first time. It was actually pretty amazing. Not what I had thought and not what, social media and it was pictures out things to be. So to be able to try the experience, which I did try a couple more times here and there, that was a good experience to have here and there to space it out. So that was love. So now I guess aside from the work, but training, really actually just working. So I did a lot of training over the years. Like pretty much everybody that came through, I trained. I was able to go to different stores and help train multiple times. That was almost like an opportunity where I went to two different stores back when COVID happened. Everything was crazy, y'all know. And at the time, my granddad had got sick, so I ended up not going to that to be there with the fam. And appreciated for that dad to be there, with my mom, family during the time. That just catapulted into a whole nother thing that I was doing when I got even heavy into astrology. 2015, I was all into it. Um, Reading books about astrology, looking at lectures. When I first found out about more science, Prophet Noble Drew Ali, I came across Tawdry Bay, Cujo, like all these things, the blog talk radio, with you know, Sister Rob, Mother Anna E, all of them going in. I just like at the time I had moved to Louisville, 2015. I was working in Logan's here, and I was gonna say, "Yo, you trying to come out here?" Moved out to Louisville. Cool. Let me transfer, and did that, and ended up working at Mark Speed store on the east side of Louisville, rich part of town, and great experience, man. Louisville was love. They really opened me up to bigger city, new people, all types of things. And with me being the very adventurous, exploring person that I am, it was just great to go and just do it. One of the things that I really learned over life is just to go do it. I'm scared, alone. It's like, if I don't go do it, I'll probably beat myself down for not doing it if I see something later. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you want to do something, but you might talk yourself out of it. So just going scared and 95% of the time, 95% of the time, it's usually been like, yo, I was tripping. Like I was worked up for no reason and everything went clear. Like, opposite what I thought. A couple of things might not have happened how I wanted it to, but it all played out and happened how it needed to. So now it all played out how it happened. So now I'm getting full into full swing things like heavy. I remember even man, like first time to like dad was working, traveling far and life just really started to open up because I'd always felt, a certain way about things, regardless of how things would try to be projected onto me or what I thought about it. And that just started my own studying process for me, which is a beautiful thing because it's still unfolding. And that was my first Jupiter return. You have those every 12 years. So coming from there and led me into just a whole lot of things like trying everything, like standing up, like not even caring, probably not even knowing everything I need to know, but in my heart of hearts, I'm just like, this is right. Like I've been feeling something this whole time. I just really couldn't put things together. So, man, I'm type that go first, ask questions later. So I did it. And yeah, I went to court a couple times and they might have ran over me because I didn't know, but I know one thing for sure though, I'm gonna stand up on business. Like, it's the truth. Like, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, but it's all a lesson. And so, it's a loss, really a lesson. You can learn, like, well, I did this wrong. I didn't even know about this, but they know. But you can, like, once you start learning and saying things, you can see the difference in people's tone. You can see the difference in their actions. And, once you read deeper than what's said, what's unsaid, we begin than what's said. So when you saying those to the people standing up, and well, I've heard embarrassed a couple times standing. I don't care. Because I'm still gonna stand on it. It's gonna make me stronger in the end and make me think different and, just become stronger in all the battles. It's just part of it. If it was all supposed to be easy, then things wouldn't be how the way they are. So keeping into that, which now come through what 2020, started working with a group, got excited, boom, that led into if I remember, man, like over 500 videos um doing live. So for me, I would always post, I was always uplifting, posting, sharing, like, yo, I want to hear this out. I don't care if you like it. I don't care if it hurts your feelings, but truth is truth. It is what it is. Just sharing. So doing live wasn't me, but I was still like online, like, and then that just like, yo, okay. I mean, open up order and hop right through and see where it goes. And it led to that and built a lot of confidence. Led me to meet and actually talk with some of the people that I was able to study, listen to back in 2015 when I first came across Blog Talk Radio and everything else. So it was a great time, even for me, once again, to come back to astrology. So from when I was younger, reading books, looking through the telescopes, high school, posting horoscopes. 2015, there's more than astrology and horoscopes. Planets, also sign. Oh, this, oh, wow, 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 boom, boom, boom. Boom, 2020. Oh, shit, it was even more than this. What was that? Let me learn and explore more and just wait until even learning about more of all and just doing a whole lot of studying that I've been on, but now I was able to see in a better way that I didn't see before. And it's another thing to appreciate as I get older is like a lot of things that I didn't understand before. I understand now. See why I didn't get that thing. See why probably why things have happened the way they do. And, people are like, oh, this is not a more science. Like, I mean, there was times where it did work, and it always had to be in court. But there was times where I would let go when other things happened, or I wasn't bothered. And so I have a paradox, a dual sided thing. And I'm going with it because I know where it is in my heart of the that I'm wrong. I don't care what people try to say. Hurt nobody. I don't hurt nobody. I don't. But once again, I take that people don't know that, they don't understand. They might be scary. They might feel it, but they don't want to say it. And just that. But once again, at the end of the day, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. So that's that. It is, but um, that led into a bigger spread of fucking astrology. I'm like, man, there's way much more to this, and just crack my mind open and how my mind works. Um, you can call it overthinking, but analyzing. Being a Virgo sun, I'm going to analyze, I'm going to pick it apart. I want to break it down to the finest. I want to build it back and see how many different things that I can deal with. Because there might be something that I didn't see. And that's what I do. And once again, just build on my astrology. So now to come back to 2015, because now I'm going to talk about my Reiki journey. So, 2015 was when I first come across Danny. Mystic Lipstick on Twitter. Shout out Danny. Miss you, love you. Um, very much. So came across her profile because I was on Facebook, I was on Twitter, posting just doing what I do, and came across her profile and ended up just rocking with it the whole way. And I had started learning about Reiki and energy work because it was interesting. In my mind, is because now I learn and explore. And that's what I did, and that led me to this whole journey that I didn't even expect, when I talk about going into the rabbit hole. So yeah, that just started getting the cleanses. I mean, it was the can work, getting the, you know, custom and used to the energy work. And I'm like, yo, this is like amazing. I want to learn this. And she just wasn't teaching classes then and all that. But during the whole time years I was doing the new moon, full moon rituals, the eclipses, everything, like really just participating, doing the blog talk radios, and just all that, trying to just being me exploring what was natural, what felt natural, but I didn't understand. But it felt right. I'm like, okay, this is what I've kind of been doing. It clinks. Let me just keep going, keep rocking, keep building. And as years passed, I see more and more of it. So back to staying on the Reiki. So 2015, getting all the energy work, and then it comes to 2020, COVID again. But in the midst of that, you know, whatever you want to call it, she opened up a class, and as soon as I seen it, I jumped on it. Immediately, like, yo, you gotta do it. Here's my time. And I did. Went through that. It was amazing. Um, amazing, very up and rose from it. Because it's a very different thing from just constantly receiving energy from somebody else telling them to do it for you. And then going towards actually learning and then being the channel not only for yourself, but for others. So very, very interesting, great time. The highs, lows, pain, pain, love, like everything through the ringer, through this time of the shed and healing. And I was like, yo, I want to learn Reiki so I can heal myself and heal others. That was the regional goal. I'm like, yo, been wanting to learn, here's my chance, boom. So went through there. We had like, uh, we go through the four courses stages, and then we did some more advanced work. It was super dope learning those, and then things kind of class ended. Boom. I always wanted to learn more advanced, and like 2022, 2020, I'll have to check. But I was able to, ooh, I was able to now learn advanced work because she had this signature that I just wanted. I didn't know. I was like, you know what? I don't even. And now, with another retrospect moment, like I wanted it on so bad. Like it's just, I don't know. It was just, all, it's calling me. And I don't know if it was, for the motion or whatever it was, but wanted to learn how to learn. I didn't care if it took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. Once I really want to learn something, I'm like in for it until it's done. So did the advanced course and was still, kind of spacing out because that was just even a lot more work. And like I said, another awakening, transformation, but rebirth, what do you want to call it? I deeply look into myself, like a deeper look into myself, which is a deeper look into the world and everything around. First and foremost, it's within. You know what I'm saying? Like, so let me check my internal world because why is my external world like that in the midst of everything? So very deep and powerful work, man. Man, like, and that was still all going on. Well, once I started learning that advance, that was like during astrology and everything. So it's like astrology videos, learning astrology, doing videos, doing Reiki here and there. I'm just gonna say, little super dope does I would show me, yo. That is natural, that is really natural, and I'm really good at it. Is like when I was having go back and forth work, I was having to travel, downtown city, well, downtown quote unquote city, whatever. So and yeah, many times I would just get up early because it was about an hour to get to work. About an hour drive, so get up. And but there's like a few times where I'm like, man, where we couldn't start on the time needed. But once again, doing shit on the fly. So it's me, you know what I'm saying? I'm cruising shit at the park, you feel me? We on the live. And I'm freestyling on the live. Watching everything, observing. I'm just like, yo, my turn. Okay. What's the aspect? What's the house? Let me know. Okay. Boom. I'm gonna spit it for you just like that. And I did, bro. And it really showed to me, like, yo, like, you can really do anything. Like, once you dedicate yourself to it and focus a thing, and especially if it's something you really want. And something that you really want might not be for everything, but, or you might need an end. You have to find means to a new beginning from that end. So it's like, oh, take with me in astrology. Oh, younger, looking at stars, got a little older, posting horoscopes, got a little older, whoa, I found more. Got more older, and seeing that there's a lot more to it. And now, 2025, I'm like, yo, I'm really ready to bring some new views and things that I've got that I've kind of like experimented with by myself, kind of studied, and haven't really just put out there. But I know I have to allow myself to communicate it to the collective and keep these things so personal to me and just few people I know and talk to here and there, like, have to be world. So this is my mission here, my shining here. Like, here it is. Like, yo, I'm collective. I feel away, but I have to be whatever you say, but in it, not of it. So, like I'm in this world, not of it. I'm in my energy and the collective energy, but I'm not of it. And so speak what I need to speak because help somebody out. Like so many things that I didn't expect, but the whole time, my family, I want a lot of different things for me, which I did, still try to do because you keep that peace and, the right loved ones. But at the same time, I'm like, yo, I still know what I need to do. So it's kind of like living double life, but I'm still kind of out there. Like, yeah, I'm doing it, but I need to avoid certain things. I have to move a certain way till I can do things a certain way, but I don't have to do that. So, um, that man was, Starlight Drake, everything feels so natural. And once I really dived in deeper, I seen that it was very natural. And I was very good at it, did it in past lives. And that's why it fits so natural. And probably, somewhere in the bloodline and the family, the ancestors, someone did that. I haven't found out yet. Trust me, I'm looking, I know I'm going to find out. I'm like, man, tell me nobody was on the Mars signs, or it might have been a Mason or an Eastern Star, or they were an astrologer, like whatever, because how things have been turned from Mason family. It's like, yo, was I switched to birth? Hey, this is my real family. Tell me something. That's not life like that. Oh, sometimes. And, kind of in a sense and sure. Oh, wait, I ain't had to talk about the music. So yeah, making my beats, doing that. One of my homies, everyone really got the beats. Yeah, he kept going. We were supporting him. Was able to go like to a couple of shows. I think he opened up like Project Pack one time, and then we ended up like going to Atlanta for something. Then I went somewhere outside of Georgia with Callan one time, and then we went to Indianapolis another time. Went to Murray, so that was another way of just being able to do music, be excited about learning how to make music, see it, be a part of it, put my input, even though I didn't do it myself, which I've been freestyling since the longest. And I like to write poetry. Have I shared it? Kind of tell to some people that I'm close hearted to, but don't worry, that's coming. So telling the poetry, um, the music, which is great. Create my own. So it's really all on my Facebook. Like I have all different platforms I got, which I thought so many times about epic. I'm gonna delete Facebook, but it has pretty much all my different life stages. When I was in World Ventures trying that, business endeavors and all that, which learned learned a lot about me and how I go about things. But and I will say I went to Vegas and and went to one of those like I guess like academies or whatever, meet up with everybody and was dope because I'm like, yo, I don't know. I went to Nashville for a training, felt good and loved it, met people, trying, posting, doing that, and then to Vegas, so I got to see the Grand Canyon and all that, and see the strip, and that was back in like, oh man, 2014. Yeah, it was Portland, 2014. Let me look at my phone. Oh, man, look at my photos because it might have been 2014. I think 2014. Oh no. Okay, boom, here we go. 2014. Yeah, it was like mid-July 2014. Going to Vegas. Oh my gosh. And I remember fucking drove up there. Um, where did I go? I drove to St. Louis. Yeah. I drove to St. Louis, fly to there. So I'm riding up there and I got my little Snoop Dogg pen. The Snoop Dogg pen was hot at the moment. So I'm just sitting here, got my mug rolling, smoking the whole way up there. So I had to fly out of St. Louis, out of I don't really in my flights, but he flew somewhere outside, and I was like, yo, I could do a quick visit there. I think it might be like North Dakota or some shit like that. But skipping ahead of myself, so on the way there, smoking the whole way, and then it wasn't my first time flying, so I flew back like high school for ROTC. When we went to Seattle, which is fucking dope. So driving up there, man, about to get on the plane. Well, got on the plane, bro, and I kid you not, I broke out to a whole fucking sweat, thinking I'm about to just pass out that moment, bro. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And then I get to think I just had it in my mind where it was. But get there, to hop on the next flight. Perfect, cool. Already packed a little too much, was nervous, I don't know, but went to Vegas, bro, and that was so fun. Just going by myself, and but my homie and his girl was gonna be like a couple of days later. But I went out there for the whole week, just going, bro, like doing me. So that was a great time experience that I got to have to go out there and experience that. Yeah, you know, which gave me kind of the whole module of like all that mentorship, like the academy, bringing people, all that, early on, just trying it, whatever, getting under my belt just to say I did it. I'd rather say did it, or rather say, oh, I had a chance to do it, but didn't do it. And I got those too. Missed opportunity moments where I should have didn't. So it's always just a double side thing. Yo, mm, mm. So woulda, coulda, shoulda, pretty much. But So that was that. Okay, cover that, and okay, well, I guess. Ooh, talk about Reiki. So I keep focused on that, which I kept doing. I remember, like, I learned it. I was doing it for people, and I'm like, like, yo, try this. I was at work, like, yo, I'm doing this cleansing, or try this. Just excited to project, push out what I learned in it myself, and I know that, well, people are gonna need to do that they don't even need, but been through that, done that, and I've been through the fire and jumped off the cliff, out on a tree, and probably fell off and smacked about 20 trees down, still burning, hit the rocks. But um, oof, any couple of that 2020 moment, man, just I did my practice 2 times. I quit my job, like, well, once, but because I thought things were gonna pop off and ended up not, which, and the second time was because admission was fucked up and couldn't make it back. I'm like, yo, I think this is going good. Once again, all skin players moments that I appreciate now and probably way down the road I'll appreciate a lot more. Mhm. And it's just like that, not working, like being broke, at times not, shout out to the family had it who need to, and they looked out for me, just being excited, like, yo, I know one day it's gonna take off, it is what it is. Like, yeah, it might not have it is, I'm not yeah, but yo, I'm trying, and I'm gonna keep going, like, regardless of how to go, and when I can, boom. So, still loving time, trying time, just what not to do, what to do, and learning experience to better the foundation for future times. So, sticking to it, Reiki, um, even if I was, I might not really that much to it, but that's just to heal myself, heal the world, and was going to work, took some time off, was like, yo, I ain't doing all that, like, I'm processing so much, doing that quantum work, like, and boom, 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 and was in a different state, with my other people, and decided to come back home like last year, and um, you know, got back in the same old cycle and loops that I was doing before. New places, same shit. But as I see it, I gotta do what I gotta do and just stay focused on the long term goal. Not care about what people think about in the moment and what it looks like. You may feel whatever way about it, I don't care. Like, people only hold you to certain things, but they're not even doing life. And it's like, if you only know me to what I don't got, look what I did. Look what I put out there for the people. You know what I'm saying? I put my neck out there on the line, my life on the line, my energy, my time. But for the people now and the young and yet unborn. Um, and it's like, you're not even doing nothing. And, what's been a thing with me is like, oh, yeah, you might move the way, but what's it doing? What's she gonna do with that? You still broken down. It's like, a lot of motherfuckers gonna have a lot of sour faces when the only thing that they can hold against me is money. That's the only thing I get high. And it's like, and the unseen, it's no worry. And the world is changing to where, but even then, it's like, I'm paid. I'm paid. I know I'm going to have it. And it's just funny because sometimes you get a vision of things and you don't know how long it's going to play out. The true question is, you stay locked in to whatever it is while you get there. Just like the so-called religion, really dogma stories, but um, that they tell you about these people. But once you take the person out, well, you can keep the person, like, oh, look at this figure. But you look deeper into, well, what's not being said, what's the purpose, what's the lesson? Because now you're just looking at this person, that. And then you can look at it and apply it to your own life. So I was saying that, that taking these lessons all this time and just wanting to learn deeper and learn more because I feel like, yes, it's a forever deeper exploration of myself and the world. The healing never stops. It never does. No matter how much work I do, shadow work, light work, Self love work, everything. It never's gone done. It never stops. It's never done. Even when you transition that body, it's never done. So with that, um, going through the stage with healing, and which led me into pretty much just low key on energy work. Just if I know somebody needs it, they know me. Cool, I got you. Like, I think my homie Foot still be bewildered, like, yo, bro, how you in Kentucky, bro, and I'm in Cali, bro, and you saying you got me energy, bro, my whole third eye does. But that's the beauty of it. Like once you get to that level, enjoy it, like you can use it anywhere, anytime. And when humanity starts to catch up more with energy work and source and all of that, and science too, like it's gonna be a beautiful world, beautiful life. Life is beautiful, like that too. Not too James song, like that Larry James song. Yeah, man. So, well, I want to talk about fuck it. So, energy work, like, which I was always a people, humans, and pets, because I was also doing work on my pets, like down at Mission Babe. Like, man, I like golden laugh, bro. Man, I was doing work on her, hill on her, like Tutu and other dogs, and a couple other people, you know, working on animals and pets. But what really led, man, this year was 2025 was really a big change because it led me into forming a whole new system of energy work and stuff. Like, not something like I thought wasn't possible, but just, you kind of do things and do that. And I know the thing takes a little more, but like July this year, boy, man, I'll say with a man, man, that mug got thing. Well, I'm gonna have to go back and check on what the transits was. But man, that day I went swimming, man, that changed everything. And like some little post screenshot I got on Twitter got me thinking and just started brainstorming. And one thing led to another, trying things. I'm like, the whole as above, so below thing. I was reading the Valiant back when I was young. But, listen, oh, let me buy this and just apply it. And I'll talk to people that are on it. It'd be great. Those ain't. At the end of the day, what you do with me. So, mm, oh, so it was all a dream. I swear it never happened. I wrote that Edgar Allan. I was told like Edgar Allan. Ooh, let me hit the weed. I really need that. All right, I'm gonna get sidetracked. So, manager work, which led me into testing a few things, and man, it has been a run. So, what was the first thing? Oh, when I was, man, I just came home one day and I'm like, yeah, Paducah, y'all welcome for the rain. And if y'all make me mad, keep playing. It might rain for the next 3 days. And I was out riding, going to the riverfront, yo, and like, I see raindrops, bro. I'm like, man, and bro, it literally rained like the next 3 days when it was not forecasted. No rain was forecasted all week. I'm just like, oh, I'm telling people, word, y'all see this? Y'all see my video? And I didn't even save it because I'm just like, we didn't even talk about it. I just said, it might rain for the next 3 days. It's going to rain for the week. We didn't talk about it. It rains that way. We didn't talk about it. Which I think the next thing led me into, oh my gosh, man, like, no, August was, man, end of August into September, man, was a really tough month. But like early August, when I did my trip, well, my activation trip, I just went to a couple of different parks, man, just hiking and everything, which I love to do. I've done over all the years, COVID years. Like, I see a spot, I'm gonna go do it. Tennessee, Illinois, Ohio, Missouri, Florida, wherever I go, North Carolina. Okay, if I see a spot, I'm hiking. River, lake, I'm in there. It's just me. I want to be out in nature, even though I can't stand getting bit or a bug or flies. Shout out to Seattle, Tacoma, Washington that time. When no bugs out there, I'm going to go back. But and I'm going to talk back on that. So, um, any word, let it any word. And man, I'm going to go back through my log. But like, I remember my grandmother, my mom called me, we had to help her out. So the next thing was hospital and man, like I remember I was like searching for places that like were in droughts and rainfalls because I got on my Rain Man weather mansion. I'm like, you know, Lil Wayne, man, I'm in my Lil Wayne make it rain. Like little to rain. I might be throwing that cash up in that rain, but them clouds is coming on the rain. Raindrops just falling, raindrops. Raindrops, I'm bringing the raindrops so they can like bill and folks drop them, drop. So, and I ended up getting to, let me see, it was the, good screen share, but let's see, it was the Suriname. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was the Admistan, Saramaka Village, Suriname, and the Apatina, Wayana Village, Suriname, August 26th, yeah. Um, wasn't my intention at set rain. I'm just trying. And literally as I'm doing what I do, I start seeing flashes of the people like asking for rain, doing what they do, needing rain, like crops dying, all that. Like, and now I'm seeing rain coming. They're just like happy, overflow, joy, all of that, bro. And it literally set me to crying, bro, like feeling their tears of joy and did that. And like, really, waking up the next morning and seeing they got the rain, but at the same time, too, like that next morning, my grandmother transition, man, that was hard, man. Rough. And I haven't, talked about it, like here and there, but like that was like a rough time, man. Like my granny was like one of the most important figures in my, life, especially those that grew up, was able to spend time with their, mom's mom, grandmother on that side. Lovely though, and I appreciate every time of it. It was just so crazy, man. Like just nothing just seemed real, but everything was for what it was, and that just kind of just turned me into even just wanting to do more, because like I said, it was man, she would always like when I back to when I was like doing it live, she would be like, oh, she's like, oh, are you doing your lives? Are you busy? Are you at work? I'm like, no, good. It was just a lovely thing. I had to call and like, ask about it, like actually care and cheer me on. Like she always did, especially when sometimes I might have struggled with, putting myself out there because I never did, but I just did it. And the more I did it, the better I got at it. Like I was natural, you know. And yeah, that was just really hard time, man, because it was a week before my solar return. What people call a birthday. That happens. Man, rough time, man, because you know we just had a really good relationship, like a really great relationship, and still do. Um, but even like when we had the funeral, or even like the day she transitioned, I came back home, man. Like I was so angry, like not all emotions, like when you grieve a loved one, but for those that know chapter 4 from the Holy Quran and Lord's Temple, that's always a thing on my mind too. So it's I don't know, it's like, they're on to the next, they're not hurting all that. The other side is like, memory of the home. So all that and also just, being there for other things. It's just not about me, it's all of it. So that man, for my soul times, like I'd always look forward to her calling. She would always call me the day before, usually, and the day of. The day before, the day of, just to Um, she would always call me. My nickname was Boog. I'll tell y'all that. Mom does not like. Me and my granny always be like, "You got me. But you always be Boog." And she would always just call me like, "Boog, I wish you a happy early birthday." And man, I just always look forward to that. And man, like that first goal return, man, but not to be able to get that phone call when I look forward to it, man, it should hurt and really just led me into looking up at like what voicemails that I do have. It was like just I didn't even have any birthday voicemails, which hurt. But I've changed phones like a couple of times, but I had what I had from this year, like a couple of voicemails, and literally like I just sat there listened to it, and let me get back into like the whole thing. So she would always watch, man. Uh, longer than that, man. I swear I'm gonna talk about you because I know you're telling me this right now. The favorite show was like Perry Mason and Murder She Wrote, man. One day I left the hospital, after everything happened, I started watching it, and I instantly fell in love with it. They started talking about like astrology, man. I'm like, oh, this is actually fucking dope. Like, I was just like, Perry Mason, and like the second or third episode, I was talking about animals curia. And I'm like, oh, I was like part of a group in that to start, helping people fight these cases or brainstorm or whatever. A couple of years ago, it's another full circle moment, like not even knowing. So I really just let me Perry Mason. I ended up watching a match, but I really did enjoy Perry Mason, really did. And I'm like, man, I wish, I actually would have taken the time to actually check it out. I know that I could turn on the TV, sit here and watch it together because that's all she was talking about. She was so mad, like, and she got better too. And it was another thing that really threw things off was like, I was supposed to like scooper and take her, to rehabilitation and all that, and just to get that call like early before that, like that's not happening, man. It was just unreal. And she was just like, oh, I'm ready to go home and watch Perry Mason. Like me, my mom, and everybody do. She can watch every episode about 100 times. And, this one really part about it for a while, man. I was just watching the show. Perry Mason. That, but I was appreciative that she was able to go be with RPA and Kenneth and everybody else that has passed, But that way, I mean, to just really doing a lot more. I think like the next thing after that that I did was let's see what I jump back to what like August 30th. I was trying things and set up a whole aura show and activated that the first of September. And I got the screenshots and receipts. Boom. Northern let's say Northern Hemisphere aura lights September 1st. Boom. That coming through. And I'm like, yo. And like the couple next things that I did, oh, let me talk about the Atacama Desert Path, the driest place on earth, as they say. They say, but whatever. Driest place, desert, whatever. For all that rain, bro. And that was crazy because I'm just like testing the experiment. I'm like, child, what a new toy. I'm like superhero with new powers. Like, yo, oh, what I just do? Like, what was Scott X-Men? He had his glasses. He's like, yo. And it's like, this is interesting. I'm like, rain. I'm like, okay. Which I had been practicing like a couple years ago, 2021, through that time of like cloud busting. I'd be like looking at clouds like, ooh, I wonder if I can make them go away. And I would take a picture before, focus on the cloud going away. And if it didn't immediately, I would just come back and boom, cloud gone. So that was my practice until now. I was like, oh. damn, how about, I mean, that's crazy when they even forecast. So, boom, actually, out of time my desert, boom, for all that. And I remember seeing a post like flowers, boom, in the desert, red rain, whoop de whoop. And I'm like, ain't no way. And it's a green and red flag. It's a double checkered flag. Here we go again, two sides, double checkered flag, red and green flag. That I'll doubt myself, that I'll set the intentions, see the work, get the confirmation internally and externally, but I'll still doubt myself. Like, ain't no way I did that, even though this is my intention, all that. Ain't no way I did that. And it happens and I did that. So it's like kind of like a feel safe, like, yeah, you can do it, but it's good that you still doubt yourself so you don't get ego driven over your head. So I'm like, keep going. Next thing I know, I done hit up like four other different deserts. Benabia Desert, Chabi Desert, I seen Bib, Chabi, couple other deserts. And I'm like, wow. And then what else, man? It was a couple, man, it was a whole series of tests, and I guess one day I'll maybe just do a video on just strictly that of what was going on in my training. Like I literally felt like Dragon Ball Z meets Jackie Chan Adventures. And I'm talking about Dragon Ball Z like before the Super God tournament or whatever. But kind of that later too. So and then I'm just like, you know, helping things. Like I remember assisting with, like forest fires and all that, to bring rain and wind to help the firefighters to calm that down for the forest. But as I get more and realize like creation, destruction can't be controlled, like it just can't, and some that my mind tries to grasp it and I just give up on it, but I'll try it again. It's like in anything, it's like something we just aren't meant to understand. We have to just see the pattern, understand what it is, recognize, go with it. So, but I'm trying to see what else was I going like. Oh yeah, like yeah, the Charlie Desert, bringing joy and vitality in Cairo, Egypt. Um, man, and which led me into a whole nother, um, a whole nother trial. Like I'll do tests, boom, for like a week, and I can do downloads, what they call them, on the sites. I'm like, oh, okay, let's try this. What is next week? And I'll go to that series, and it just kept stacking and stacking. Like starting in mid-July, went through August, but September was really like, yo, was really one to remember. So, and man, man, like I have literally all these receipts of all the tests and the effects and everything else that would come from. I'm just like, man, it can't be like, but it's back to what I said earlier in the video about scientists working with, the spiritual people, learning more about Earth that they don't understand, that they can't explain, but they have to learn that some things are unexplainable, but it happens, rare phenomenons. And yeah, I need to actually change that. Hold on. I'm kind of, well, no, I ain't even oh gosh, how do I get like that? But I didn't even change that, B. Rename. Oh man, I think I spelled that right. Yeah, it was called me Mr. Phenomena, man. Because you might have asked, is that a phenomena shining me? There's a thin line in between. You know what I mean? So, like a lot of things like Roar Show was dope, in which, woo, August 30th ended with a Roar Show. Was September 1st, same thing for yeah. Well, yeah, August into September now into October, or show which is from lighting the skies up. And I don't know if this is the ego driven thing, but it's what more people do who never, I won't say who never get to, but when it usually happens, we just, when you're not up north far enough, but we've been showing in the south too. Yeah, but so yeah, or like and one other people just seem that's never seen them too. I mean, how dope is that? Not always have to drive, but if you can make that, probably not. When I say drive anything, non-commercial, non-statute, non-statute, in the watching judge and all, whatever. I'm just free raw, bro. Fuck what anybody gonna try to throw on, try to twist it. And so, what you a pretzel? You trying to twist my words? Go make a pretzel. That's what you can go do. But um, where was I even at? This is back to moving phenomenons. Yeah, man. Like just, and it's been humanity too that's been doing it because like I've kind of put it out there and I've just been owning it more because it's like not scary, but it's like there's no way to explain it. And I just don't explain it. I just do what I do. Like I'm just been working on myself to where now like I'm tapping more to me, which I'm more tapped into source and the ancestors, spirit guide, angels, or whatever is gifting the system working with me where like I'll be just chilling. Where to be chilling? Only little sign I'm just sitting here in dead silence or outside grounding or in the shower, it's just funny how sometimes you run them down with coming all the time. You're like, yo, it could be super duper day doing the most intense thing. You're like, really? Air start running. Okay, now I'm gonna get to it later. I'm gonna tap into it right now. Get that. So, some of the things that just shocked me. Okay, I've never heard of this, but I remember my awareness from hearing things, lectures or watching or reading books. So I just kept moving forward, kept stacking, kept going and doing trials. Will say, um, but I don't think anyone has said before. But I made an article on my playground. I made an article on my playground. You feel me? Made an article on my playground. My PVC, what I call it, my training chamber, where I just work on my energy work, like to where it's like I thought it was people, pets, people and pets. And now, like, it's 2025, wow, it's turned me into working with Earth. And I'm grateful for it, honestly. And on my TikTok, I did put Earth Steward because I'm like, Earth Steward, I'm like, interesting, but I'm gonna run with it. And whatever it is, it is. But from what I've seen from bringing rain to communities that were in droughts, um, from bringing rain to deserts that don't get them. And even when it's not during the season, they don't get them, and deserts don't get them anyways. Major deserts. Um, that aurora shows, and usually I think it's like low or high altitude. I have to look again. So where they're seen in all colors, green, purple, blue. You see I think they call them sprites, all phenomena, double rainbows, rare phenomena in the sky. That's your boy's signature. That's my signature that I made the universe. I might cut that part out. So I might not even tell you how my signature. But I just asked for certain signatures when just doing like grid energy work for Earth. And I just ended up being catapulted into working with Earth and trying different things and the system what I can, for the better of humanity as we move forward. I don't want to be on the side of that I didn't try anything. You know, and, yeah, and I guess now I spoke on that and like some dreams and goals for me to lock that $1 million client. Boy, I'm saying, $1 million client. I'd be like, like my kids for me, he had that ticket and he just seen it hit. And he like, I started praying. Like, I deserve it, man. Like, I went through everything and tried everything, grit, um, you know, like everything I know I got coming, I deserve it. And I started sharing like my poetry, rants or rambles, whatever you want to call it. I literally wrote my life back then, what I'm living. Millionaire, I wanted to be by 30 or whatever, or this and that. But I see the foundation and seeing things that don't come, and I'm excited because like to try not to have a big head, but I can do a lot of things, pretty much anything I want to, and to be good at it. And so much of it's crossed from working with people to leading people, being at the bottom, being a leader, seeing both sides, creating ideas, trying, posting, like doing things I've never done. And if I ain't good at it, I'm gonna do it to where I'm good at it. And half the time people end up getting jealous anyways, because they're like, oh, I'm like, I'll be just excited. It can be the worst thing just because I'm excited. I'm gonna shine my light. And that's the thing I've been working through is hide my light, shine my light because I want everybody to shine. But shining hard with everybody, then that's gonna motivate other people. But those who hate it, they don't matter because they want the same thing. So I'm just letting my light shine, speaking on things and speaking my voice, speaking my truth. Half the time I just let shit go. So a lot of things I'm speaking on, I'm excited to start doing more videos, to be consistent, to come back now to setting up the pieces where people can contact me. That usually like um, have a story because I can do so much, but to build a foundation with certain readings and sessions people can get, I'm ready to start doing retreats. I really have a lot of great ideas. For the most part, what I need is resources and or just connection, either or. But um, I got the universe behind me, ancestors behind me. So these dreams, these ideas, I'm ready to bring. It's great. And since I've kind of like moved through like so many different things, like not knowing, I don't want to say like master, but becoming somewhat knowledgeable and understanding of it to where I can like help a lot of people all across. Business people, oh, you want to get your business partner? Let me have a look at it. Oh, you might need a trainer. I might be able to do that for you. Oh, you want the healing astrology too? Like all in one package. Service. You this is like a very highlighting year for me. You know, and I'm just gonna let that light shine. Do my thing. And it's exciting, man. It is. And start figuring me out to schedule lives to do with y'all where people feel me, rock me, come tap in, okay, live energy. Like, and yeah, so the way I look at astrology, man, has been so deep that I know, I ain't gonna say I think that I know once I start releasing that it's gonna be stamped by me. So like ain't nobody gonna try to copy and steal my shit or, you know, because I mean this ain't about recognition, but it's like dang, how would you feel if you came up with a whole song and somebody took it? So to bring this, because I haven't seen it, I've searched and looked, and it's a download. And if it's a download that I know it ain't out there, because I would have found it, or I'd be able to bring structure, and that's what I love about being a variable sign. Boy, with that Leo Mercury, what's your reflection? About analytical foundation, hard, and it's working in tune. So it's like I'm gonna speak what I love, and it's gonna be on point. It's gonna be well thought out. You might think it's one simple thing, but I'm hitting you with maybe multiple layers at once, and it's well thought out. So I'm excited for what's to come and what's to open, because I deserve everything. Days, weeks of being hungry, no money. At a time when I didn't have no phone, riding in town with my cousin, no phone, having to get on Wi-Fi, just being totally out of the mix, but still enjoying it because I'm like, yo, it is what it is. Like sometimes you have to go through the lows to really go through the lows or the lows. Like I thought I seen lows in my life, but at the same time, I was at a high point too. So it's like, yeah, I'm saying the low and all the bullshit, but outside, on higher thing was great. Yeah, more videos will come soon. I don't know why I didn't just do it about it. Music, kick away from here, yes, because I'm ready to be like traveling around like no restrictions, like Earth tour, like don't be restricting me. All these people can move like that, no comparison, but ought to be respected just like that because this new title hasn't been brought, but I'm bringing it. I'm doing it. So to travel and just link with like different cultures, try different food, man, will bring some history out, like non-distorted. Um, man, it's like so much. So I'm excited to do so much. Um, to kind of just be back in the flow of things, and I kind of been putting out a video for the longest, just but you know, it's never really gonna be a great time like they say. We just do it a perfect time, just do it and go from there. So here we are. And full moon's tomorrow, so I might do another live tomorrow. You know, I'll still be working. Sometimes going to the gym, but until I get my baby, so Jeep back working. But you just having to work out at home and shit, you know, walk. But oh man, and shout out to get up on water aerobics classes, man. That's been really dope. So I fucked my knee up hooping a couple months ago. Gave myself some Reiki. Reiki. Speak, however. Um, it was literally like this. I don't think full hill, but man, I was fucking limping, bro. Like, dog, they was roasting me at work, calling me Stone Cold because I had this leg brace, and I was just walking one whole leg. James ass was like, nah, and the Stone Cold beans on, bro, and just working through that, and started doing a water aerobics classes, training, you know, to start taking care of myself, try to eat a little better, or take some probiotics, you know, like because I really wasn't. I was working all day, running up and downstairs, going to the gym, and hooping. So I didn't really have a good system of foundation, and then just trying to hoop with the young boys. Oof. But right now, it's getting back better, stronger, and it's good. I got away from this mode though. Home. You know, I feel like I was growing it 10 years ago, and same thing. But I come back, learn, share things, but like I'm ready to go, man. What you mean? Like all the videos and stuff you see, just me. I'm like, well, you know, maybe like a God source, Allah, or whatever you call them, whatever. My man, just learning somewhere where I can either, you know, well, I don't know how it's gonna go. I don't know how it's gonna go, but I'm ready to like explore the little things of life, man. Not just feel boxed in and, you know, at the same time restricted, but it's part of my own restriction, but it's also universal restriction of the time. So I'm gonna break through that mold. Um, yeah, ready for new life, ready for new things, and you should be excited too if you're creative or whatever. Um, but it can really help so many different people, whether it's one-on-ones, groups, like it's gonna be put out there. We're gonna tap in and we're gonna be so in denial, like, yo, you maybe I'm sure you never show. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I so I never post them. It's like, oh, don't give me my flowers. At least the desert did. Who can say? I don't know nobody say, yo, I made it rain in the desert and bloom flowers for the first time in not the like 10 years or something, but make it rain multiple times in the desert to where it's gonna be kind of like in a normal balance. Like Earth is healing and starting to balance. So, and I'm just working with it and shout out to everybody else doing their work too, holding the vibration. I'm pushing move that vibration. And yeah, the boy out, man. Celestial Magus, you got a fire guy, Mr. Phenomenon. There's so many different masks, as they would say. I would say personalities that are just me, you know. Because I can love anybody, man. Like, I love everybody. You know, you gotta have love for everybody. It's the love of God, love of source. You know, people do stupid shit. Mm, what? You know, hey, that's all you think about stuff now. You kind of entertain that low energy, man. They want to call it like the devil, you know, my own or stuff, demons or whatever. Like, it's just so much crazy stuff, but I'm gonna keep pushing through, man. Like, I'm not gonna let people in misery stop me. I'm not gonna let people down themselves stop me. I'm not gonna let my, you know, vehicle, you know, just things that happen, man. You just take it and roll with it. Like, that's all that can happen. Like, if you ever think back to times where you were like, thought you weren't gonna make it, you know, and what happened? You made it. You push through and persevere. So just keep pushing through and persevering, you know, and excited to meet my tribe too. Like people, like genuine people. Like I was really standing on that line. I don't want nothing but genuine, honest people around me. Like so I think I've mastered being alone 5, 6 times. Like I'm okay with being alone, but it's great to also be with people. But I don't mind to never step away from anything. Sometimes probably should been step back from things, but just my standing thing alone is that we live and we learn, man. It's like that A Creek says, hey, yeah, But you live and you learn, man. But for the love of the game, man. For the love of the game. But I think that's cool for a first little video about me. I try to go to my life, talk about me, and go over everything, but it kind of puts a not this. So, maybe we do like a part two, whatever. Everyone that sees this video and watches, I thank you and appreciate you. And I thank everyone who's out there creating, working, because we all need each other, you know. So we're all supporting each other in ways that we don't know, but that's what happens. So thank you all, and peace, love, light, and longevity to you all. Deuces.